So we're now going to look at 3 basic positions that you need to build up your fundamental strength in before you start beginning any of the exercises. All these positions are great anyway and can actually just be done as an exercise because they're isometrics. Basically you're holding positions for a long time, so you could even just do these as an exercise. But before progressing to any of the exercises anyway, you do need to be able to hold these positions for a substantial amount of time. So the first one's the basic hang, and this is where, as I said earlier in the prep, it's better to have a higher place to hang your rings from, because ideally you want to, when you're hanging, is to stretch your body straight out. But if it's not very high, then you're going to have to bend your knees. So bring it up nice and high, taking care that the metal piece doesn't end up going against the wood, because it can damage it. Again, for me this is too low. Ideally you'd want actually high enough that you can even have to jump up partly to get onto it. But if not, it doesn't matter, especially if you're beginning, then it doesn't matter so much. What we're going to do is take a normal grip around, and we're just going to hang. And ideally you'd want your legs just relaxing straight down, but because I don't have the space, I'm going to bend my knees and just relax. And for now we're totally relaxing the shoulders, we're not keeping them down. So we're just going to relax in this position, and you want to aim for 20 seconds to, if you're doing it for an exercise, you could do a minute at a time. But you need to be able to at least do 20 seconds. So if you can't do 20 seconds of this, you want to build up to that. And this is going to build up your basic grip strength, which you're going to need for pull-ups and getting yourself up on top of the rings as well. And you're going to feel it working all your forearms, stretching out your shoulders. This is also a great stretch for your shoulders and opening up your shoulders. So it's actually got a lot of health benefits as well. So what you want to do is build up to roughly 20 seconds, and really you want to do 5 sets at the beginning, 5 sets of 20 seconds, and make sure you've got that basic level of strength for the rings. If the hanging for that long is still too difficult, like you can only hang for 5 seconds or even less, then I'm going to show you how to use the bands to help assist your hanging. But I will say, ideally for any of these exercises, you want to try and do it without the bands, and then if it gets too much, like you go to hang and then you drop straight away, then get the bands out, because you're going to build up strength a lot quicker not using the bands than you are using the bands. So even if you did the first 2 sets just hanging, that's all you could do, and then use the bands, then that's great. If you can do all 5 sets without the bands, then great. Even if you're not hitting 20 seconds, it'll build up. But it's always better to not use the bands and then use them if needed for assistance. But if you are going to use them, again, these ones aren't really primarily for this. They don't provide much assistance, but you can get the thicker ones if you need to. You get the thinner, thicker ones that will support you a lot. For example, for the hanging, all you need to do, because I'm sure I'm going to put my knee in, but even if these were higher up, you could stand in the band as well to give you assistance. You just put the band through each side, pop it in like this. Again, if you put a band further through, it's going to give you more assistance. Less through, less assistance. Keep hold of the band when you put it in, make sure you keep your grip strong, because they can ping out otherwise. You could put a single knee in or both knees, but the main thing is you keep your body straight after. I'm going to put a single knee in, and you could just hang like this, and it's going to give you a bit of assistance, allow you to get a couple more seconds, or do it for 20 seconds. Again, this band isn't very strong, it's not really doing anything. So if you did have the thinner ones, you could put more of them through, you can pull them up higher, but you actually need the thicker ones.